and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bridget Morris and I talk about things that are specific carbohydrate diet related. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I also have an Instagram page if you want to go and check it out. I show pictures of things that I eat on a daily basis. Recently I took a trip, so I kind of show you options of things that I eat when traveling and that are all SCD. So in today's video, I'm really excited because I want to show you a recipe that is like so easy and absolutely delicious. And there's different variations that you can do based on your taste and how you want to modify it. So if you want to learn how to make a roasted tomato and basil soup, please keep watching. In this video, I'll be using 18 ripe vine tomatoes, 3 medium onions, some garlic, about 1 cup of basil, fresh basil, some olive oil, and some salt and pepper to taste. We're going to start off by rinsing off our tomatoes. I'm using a combination of store-bought tomatoes and some that are homegrown. As another option, you can use Roma tomatoes. They're about the same size and it's just as delicious. Now prepping for the roasting. So I'm going to take 2 baking sheets and cover them with parchment paper. I do that because the cleanup is so much easier. And then from here, we're just going to slice the tomatoes in 2. If you have a really big tomato, you can cut it in quarters. Same thing with the onions, cut it in half. Make sure you do peel them though. As for the garlic, you do want to keep the shell because if not, it's going to burn in the oven. Now we're going to add some salt and pepper. You can be a little bit more generous with the salt. And now adding some olive oil. You can see here I'm just a little sloppy in the process. As long as they all have some olive oil on them, it should be fine. Now we're going to roast these vegetables in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for about an hour. But after 20 minutes, we will take the garlic out because if not, it'll burn. While the oven is doing its thing, I'm going to get the basil ready. So you can see here, this is my hydroponic garden. I have it inside and I'm growing some basil. I absolutely love this and it's always fresh. So you can see that the leaves are generally smaller than if you were to get big leaves from the store. That means I'm just going to have to use more to make up the same volume. Side note, when I said 1 cup of basil leaves, I meant loosely measured, not packed into the cup. After 20 minutes, you're going to take the garlic out, but leave everything else in. Alright, so the tomatoes and the onions have been in the oven for about an hour, and you can see the onions have started to char and the tomatoes have softened a lot. These look perfect. Now it's time to make the soup. I'm going to use my Vitamix, but if you have a hand blender, that will work just as fine. And you're going to just literally put everything in it, and we're going to blend it. For the garlic, just make sure you take the outer shell first before you put them in the blender. The consistency of the garlic should be buttery and smooth. Alright, so now let's blend. I like to have all of the ingredients blended in first. Once it looks like it's uniform, then I add the basil, and that's when I'm going to do a full power blend to have everything creamy and smooth. And that is how you make SCD, a roasted tomato and basil soup. Look how creamy that is. Bon appétit! And there you have it, guys. And that is how you make a roasted tomato and basil soup that is specific carbohydrate diet friendly. Different options here, variations. If you want to have it a little bit more watery or like liquidy, you can add some bone broth that you've made, or if you want to add another like layer of like creaminess, though the soup itself is already really creamy, but like velvety creamy, you can always add coconut milk. So yeah. Both options I've tried, and again, super delicious. If you want to add any other variations, please leave them in the comments below so maybe I can try them out. I'd love to do that. I hope you like this recipe and it inspired you to try it. Please leave a thumbs up if you did like it and share this video with anyone that you feel would love it. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.